Yes, people, welcome back to the Magpie Channel TV. What a win that is today. That is outrageous, by the way. Newcastle 4, Chelsea 1. This is a game that was billed as a real close one. Listen, even in my preview, I said probably 2-1 optimistically, but I actually thought, I'll be honest, it'll be a draw. I was thinking maybe 2-2. And when you've seen the lineup, more so the bench. Listen, I said pretty much chatting Pumphrey's and online that the starting 11 was more than good enough to win this game today. It would just depend if we had any injuries throughout, because that bench today was absolutely ridiculous. The bench today, we had 3 goalkeepers on the bench and we had about 4 teenagers. So you couldn't expect much. And Chelsea, to be fair, they could have closed the gap on us if they got a result today. You know, they were in a good run of form. They'd beaten Spurs, drew with Arsenal, drew with Man City, put 4 goals past Man City in their last game before the international break, and then today they only got the 1. It was 1-1 at half time, which I thought was a bit harsh, to be fair. I mean, we give away a silly foul for Chelsea's goal. Trippier, I mean, it's not a foul for me. Sterling goes down too easily, but Trippier invites that foul by putting his hand on him, lets him hit the dive, and then Sterling side foots it in the back of the net for the free kick. I thought Pope should have done better. Didn't get near it, didn't do good enough there for me. But Newcastle started the game very well. They started strong, energy from the crowd. Players were dead up for it, which you'd want, which the question was, you know, a 3 o'clock kickoff, can they get up for it? Will it be rowdy enough? We all know the half fives, and next week against Man United, 8 o'clock they'll be there, but 3 o'clock today were dead up for it. And obviously before Sterling's goal to equalise, Isak put Newcastle in the lead, and what a ball it was by Miley. He was the one that stood out today for me in terms of a 17-year-old lad not looking out of place against a £200 million midfield. He was in the middle of the park against Enzo Fernandez and Caicedo, both of them costing north of £100 million each, and he settled in there no problem. Off the back of glandular fever as well, and he came in the day and he was quality. Yeah, I thought he was quality. That pass, everyone's screaming shoot. He has the time to play it to Isak, and Isak has the composure to match to finish, and we'll go 1-0 up. Like I say, 1-1 at half time, and second half it is all Newcastle United. We have dominated that game and we deserved the win. Easily deserved the win. I mean, we go 2-3, 4-1 up. Joe Linton should have put us in the lead earlier on. He misses an open goal, he heads wide, but he makes up for it in the end with a nice finish to make it 3-1 very quickly after Newcastle took the lead to make it 2-1. I thought we were fantastic today. It was a really big win. That I don't think it can be underestimated of how big that win is, because it keeps Chelsea behind us and it puts us 6th in the league. You know, we've really took ourselves up there now. You know, if we hadn't won the day, all the rumours would have been this, all the news would have been, oh, Newcastle are falling away, they've got all this injuries, they're in crisis, they've got PSG next week, and it is a massive 7 days for Newcastle. We've just beaten Chelsea 4-1, we've got PSG on Tuesday, and then Manchester United here next Saturday night, so it's a pivotal week, and what a start that is, man, what a start. 4-1 against Chelsea with all those injuries, with those kids on the bench, looking like recess on the bench. I mean, school's out on the bench, saved by the bell. All the kids on the bench, 3 goalkeepers. What can I do with 3 goalkeepers? That's where we're at. But I tell you what, we had the luxury of actually bringing those kids off the bench and giving them a run out and giving them their Premier League shot. And it would have been brilliant to see one of them score a goal, like to mark that for them. But what a result for Newcastle. What an evening of football that is for the Toon Army. We'll no doubt be celebrating into the night. You'll see all of the fan cams on the channel as well. And we were never in doubt. Do you know what I mean? I was apprehensive coming to this game because I think the injuries, the bench, Chelsea's recent rejuvenation, where they had a big of a turn up in form, but it didn't matter. Newcastle did their job today. Eddie Howe's Mags, that break has definitely refreshed them. Obviously, Gordon scored tonight. You know what I mean? He looks good. I think that international break's done him the world of good. And we were firing. Listen, I'm buzzing for Jamal Lascelles as well. Jamal Lascelles getting his goal. He looked a bit shocked that he had scored, but he did it after he had a bit of a mishap in the first half. But what a game that is. Convincing. Very goal scorers. And that gives us also a massive boost heading into the Carabao Cup final against Chelsea. Obviously, it is at Stamford Bridge, so it'll not be as comfortable as St James's Park, but we'll line up against them in the dressing room and we'll think we can take these on. 4-1 is no mean feat. You know what I mean? That's a big result. It's a big win. It's very convincing, and it's huge for us going forward. And we're sitting in the top 6 now. You've got Man U away to Everton tomorrow. You've got Aston Villa v Spurs. So there's teams in and around us that are playing each other. And it's a big opportunity for us to stay there, and that's the goal. And it also gives the lads a lot of confidence heading to Paris next week, where we've beat Chelsea today 4-1, and we beat PSG 4-1 last month here at St James's. So all with the injuries, being in Paris can be a lot difficult, but I tell you what, the lads were fantastic today. Eddie Howe got it spot on, and every single one of them in a black and white shirt did us proud. Tino Livramento at left back, quality again. I mentioned Miley in midfield. Bruno and Joe Linton with the blonde hair. They've got to keep it. They've got to keep it. Maybe I should go back. But they went back today, and Joe was pointing at his hair when he scored. Blonde hair. Way forward. The blonde bombshells, the Brazilians in the middle of the park, did a job for the Toon of the day, and we absolutely battered them. We battered them. What a win that is. Make sure you check out the fan counts. People on the channel, they'll be out tomorrow afternoon. Drop your thoughts below on today's big 4-1 win over Chelsea. Subscribe to the Magpie Channel TV and enjoy yourself.